Hey y'all, Achieved Out here. This is going to be a double guide for Stardew Valley's Fector's Challenge and Prairie King. You'll get one while you get the other, so let's get it. In Stardew Valley, you can go to the saloon starting at noon is when they open. Inside the saloon, you will find a arcade machine that is titled Journey of the Prairie King. This is the machine that is going to be focused on these two achievements. And the goal is to beat every level without dying. And there are a total of 13 levels. And I filmed this in 2021, so as of the 1.5 update, there is now a way to save your progress after you beat each level. Basically, you beat the level, and then you hit start to come out of the game, and then you go sleep in your bed, and it is effectively an infinite save point. So it got much easier to do this achievement with the 1.5 update, but if you're playing before 1.5 for whatever reason, you're going to have a bit of a challenge. Either way, start the game up, and I will meet you in level 1-1. Journey of the Prairie King is a twin stick shooter, so you move with the left stick and you shoot in any direction with the right stick. Level 1-1 is pretty easy. It's just you and the enemies. They each die in one hit, except for the little spike guys that are going to come out later. The only goal here is to survive without dying. You know, if you die, you got to start over. And to beat all the enemies and collect the coins that they drop. The coins are going to be the most important thing, and they're going to be the deciding factor on whether we restart the game on any given level or not. Because you need to use the coins to buy upgrades, because enemies get tougher and come out faster in later levels. So that's pretty much it. Just finish level 1, collect as many coins as you can, and you'll get the potential power-ups. I think we get a coffee later. If you pick up a power-up and you hold on to it, when you pick up another power-up, it'll activate later. There's the coffee right now in the top middle. If you hold on to that, every time you pick up another power-up, it'll activate automatically. So it's a good idea to keep power-ups in your tool belt so that if you need something out on the field, like right away, it'll activate immediately. But that'll be it for level 1, so just finish it out, and I'll meet you back for level 2. Level 2 starts to introduce these fences. They are a little barrier that stops you and the enemies on the ground. You can use them to your advantage. You can trap enemies behind them and give yourself more time because they are slow and they have to go around the object instead of through it or over it. Level 2 is pretty simple, just like level 1. The goal here is to have, I think, 20 coins by the end of the level, because at the end of level 1-2, you're going to have the opportunity to buy power-ups. You need to either buy the ammo power-up or the gun power-up. And I think the gun is 15 coins and the ammo is 20 coins. I'm pretty sure. So once you finish this level, she's going to come around, buy one of those power-ups. Don't buy the boots. They're not useful until you've picked up everything else. So yeah, that's it for 1-2. Just make sure you pick up every coin you see because you're going to need them in the end. And I'll catch you back on 1-3. One 1-3 is also pretty simple. You're going to start getting introduced to the goblins. They take, I think, 3 hits if you don't upgrade the ammo, and they take 2 hits if you do upgrade the ammo. Getting the ammo upgrade changes your shot from doing 1 damage to 2, because each enemy has a certain amount of health. And if you pick the gun upgrade, it'll increase your fire rate instead of increasing your damage. So we picked up the ammo in 1-2, so when it comes time in 1-4, which is the next level, we are going to pick up the gun upgrade so we fire faster. because we've already got the damage required for the next area, for area 2. So that'll be it for 1-3. Finish it out like 1-1 and 2, and I'll meet you back in 1-4. Level 1-4 is the last level before the boss in the first world. It also shows you that you can funnel enemies for the first time. Not much to say here. Use the entrances to funnel the enemies kind of one at a time to the best of your ability. You can get trapped in here, but there's still a lot of room to move around inside the little area, just in case you do get trapped. You'll get another chance to buy either the ammo or the gun at the end of this level. If you haven't bought the gun, you at least need to buy that, because that is going to be crucial for the second world, because the basic enemies have 2 health instead of 1. So if you can buy both at this point, go ahead, but if you can only buy one, make sure that you buy the gun. I'm sorry, the ammo, because it increases your actual damage. At the end of this level, it's going to take you to the first boss, and I will meet you there. The boss of the first world is pretty easy. You can shoot over these bushes, but you cannot shoot through the wood planks. Just keep that in mind, because he can shoot over the bushes as well. He has a couple different kinds of attacks. You see this one here where he moves left and right. He will stop on the left side, usually towards the end, but sometimes he stops in the middle, closer to the wood on that side. That's your best chance to do the most amount of damage. Or he can do the first move that he did, where he just peeks out. He basically follows the same path you do, so if you barely move out, he'll barely move out. Like I said, the first world's boss is pretty easy, and now we're going to move on to the second world. World 2 introduces the forest and the mushroom enemies, as well as the flying moths. The mushroom enemies take 2 damage, so that's why you need to upgrade your ammo at least, so that you can kill them in one hit. And the moths, I'll just call them moths. They can spawn at any point on the map, and they fly directly towards you. So they're the most dangerous of the enemies, because they can spawn in, like, if you're on the edge of the map, they can spawn in next to you and kill you pretty quickly. So just do your best to stay in the middle. There's no cover in this area, so it's a little bit harder than, you know, 1-4, where you had a fence to protect you. At the end of this level, you will have a chance to buy upgrades again. If you haven't bought at least one of the ammo and the gun, make sure that you buy one of each. And if you can afford it, go ahead and buy the second ammo, because it'll be, you know, more helpful to do more damage on any given hit. And you also need it for World 3. So I'll meet you in the next level. Level 2-2 introduces these little stumps that you can't shoot over, but they can stop you from movement. You can use them to funnel the enemies into a certain area or slow them down. Nothing different here. It's just like any other level. Just make sure that you use the stumps and the bushes to your advantage. You can still shoot over the bushes, but you can't shoot through the stumps. So that's going to be it for this level, so I'll meet you in the next one. Level 2-3 was actually one of my favorites. The enemies spawn on the middle island and on the top and bottom islands. And this one's really easy to funnel enemies into certain areas to slow them down, to give you a second to breathe, because a lot of them come out, but the way that the level is designed, it's pretty easy to slow them down. This level is just like any other one, except it's the last level of World 2. We're going to fight the boss in the next level. And at the end of this level, you will get the opportunity to upgrade. I don't think I had the opportunity at this point. I don't think I had the coins. So if you don't have the coins to upgrade either your gun or your ammo to the second level, just don't spend them, because you'll get to spend them at the end of the first level in World 3. And that's pretty much it. This level was one of my favorites. So I will catch you guys in the boss level for this world. There's not really much to say here. It's just like the first world's boss. The only thing is there's less things to get in the way, but the boss fight is exactly the same. There's no difference whatsoever. So finish the second world's boss and we'll head on to World 3. World 3 introduces mummies, which are very slow but come in very large numbers, and they take 3 damage each. So if you haven't upgraded your ammo twice, this is going to be a little difficult, but not impossible. And the demons that spawn in are just like the moths. They spawn on the edge of the screen and make their way towards you. except they're faster and they come in higher numbers, just like the mummies do. This one's not that difficult. I think it only took me one time to do this one. You will get a chance to buy upgrades at the end of this level, and I think I actually bought the boots because I already had the other upgrades. But minimum, you want to have the ammo to the second level and the gun to the second level. Like, those are pretty much required at this point. Just make good use of your power-ups that spawn on the ground. They are extremely useful in these last levels. And that'll be it. I'll meet you in the next level. (3-2) is where it starts getting hairy. You only have a few things to slow the enemies down, and they come in large numbers like the last level. Nothing exciting here. Just finish the level. Not, don't die. And I'll meet you in 3-3, which is the last normal level before the final boss. (3-3) is what a lot of people consider to be the hardest level because it's just an open area and it's you against the enemies, and they come, just a ton of them spawn. Just like that. You're going to want to make good use of your power-ups. If you keep a sheriff's badge on you is always a good idea. If you keep a shotgun on you, something that you can bust out, in a dire moment to save your butt from all the enemies that are coming at you. This is also your last opportunity to buy any upgrades that you will need to fight the final boss. At this point, you're kind of stacked already. If you've already bought both upgrades for ammo and the gun, you can buy the boots if you really want to. It's not necessary, but it's a little more helpful for the final boss of the game. Which I'll meet you there. It's a doozy. The final boss of the game is Fector himself. This is a very difficult fight in my opinion. The best strategy I found is to stand at the top of the screen and strafe back and forth while you shoot him to get his health down as much as you can. He shoots both fast and slow bullets, so you need to watch out for both of them. The slow ones are easy to dodge, but the faster ones got me a lot. This fight actually took me an hour, you know, in real time to do, because it's just so difficult. Basically, he's going to have the same attacks for each phase, but the more damage you do to him, he's going to spawn different enemies to help him out, and he'll stop attacking you as much when you get his damage down more. So it's really a fight between getting his health down and killing his little cohorts as fast as possible. But that would be Fector. Once you beat Fector, you get a cute little cutscene, and if you beat every level without dying, which is easier in the 1.5 update, you will get the Prairie King achievement, and you will also get the Fector's Challenge achievement for a total of 80 gamer score. And that'll be it.